All right, Shalom. This is GMS Wisconsin. Double honors to the elders for first and foremost. We're here with another lesson, um, cashing in on degrees. We're just gonna add the scriptures in it. All
Yep,
right.
this is another breakdown of the college conspiracies.
Yeah, the Satanic uh, college. So here we go.
That's shocking. To the search for high-paying overseas students in India. International students are certainly being used as cash cows, and they're being used to prop up the system. And in the increasing search for students and money, British universities are now going global. We started our investigation with the people who run universities, vice-chancellors and rectors. We investigated over 100 of them and have a comprehensive breakdown of what they get. University bosses like this man, York's Professor Brian Cantor. The university is facing a cut of 1.48 million from its state funding, but it doesn't look like he's feeling the pinch. Last year, his earnings were almost £255,000. But it's his expenses that have created a stir on campus. This information isn't publicly available, so it is quite interesting. And when we published them, when York Vision, the student newspaper that I'm editor of, published these last year, the figures for 2006-2009 total expenses was £135,000. Over 3 years, those expenses included trips to Hong Kong, China, the United States, South Korea, Japan, India, and New Zealand.
Right. So what you got is a guy, the fat cats, basically eating off of uh, these tuition. All right, in the college universities.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, this Revelation 18 and 7, how much she has lived. Revelation 18 and 7, how much she has glorified herself.
You can
And
start at three. So.
okay, it's Revelation. Revelation 18 and 3. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication.
Right. That's the westernized school system.
Okay? And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacy.
Right. The delicacy is college, and the merchants are in the college system. It's set up for them to get money off the students.
Right, because all they do is they build a society. Well, they build the school system geared to how they want to run their society, and that's how they train us people, as
Right.
terminal folks. Revelation 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, go away to something?
Yeah.
Okay. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people.
Right. That's Blacks, Latins, and Native American across the world, and mentally come out of her right now. All right. Until that time comes where we can actually be able to be caught up in those spaceships.
That ye be not partakers of her sin,
That's right.
and that ye receive not of her plagues.
Right. Because what's happening is just another what I don't want to say Ponzi scheme, but just another scheme and trap just to get people intertwined into that, so they can basically what is that be fraudulent with their system.
Yeah, because everybody knows the westernized world we set up is debt is money. So you need to have all the kids with debt because that's what actually gives the money value.
And that's covetousness according to the scriptures.
Reward her even as she rewarded you. I'm sorry, 5. Revelation 18 and 5. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and God has remembered her iniquities.
Right. That's what you got right now. The Most High is remembering the iniquities. That's why the system is actually falling. All right. The American westernized system is falling, even though it may seem like it's spreading, which it is, but it's actually falling at the same time.
Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her double according to her works.
That's right. So the Most High is going to actually give these people double according to their works that they doing to all these, mainly Jake though.
In the cup which she had filled to her double. Right, so if they dumb down our people, or blacks like Native Americans, that's what's actually happening to y'all citizens now today. That's why they had President Obama file an executive order for y'all to have it illegal for y'all not to have HD in y'all house. Why? To dumb y'all down, to introduce y'all more to that media. 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord who judges her.
Right. So the whole system that you see, the universities, how it's set up now, is going to be totally obliterated.
Right. That's why I'm telling you to come out of my people, because like, what's the sense of going to school, doing a 6-8 year, or let's say you want to get a lawyer, a doctorate degree, you go 6-8 years. After 8 years, you have to go get a job and work that, then pay the debt. Marriage will be destroyed before all that.
Right. All right. This is James 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. James 5:1. It says, "Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries."
Right. The rich men are the ones who own the college systems. That's called angels investors that invest their money to build these schools up so they can make cash cows out of the people.
It says, "For your miseries that shall come upon you, for riches are corrupted,
See that? Y'all riches are corrupted. That's why the kids rising up.
and your garments are moth eaten."
That's those percentages y'all was doing. Okay. Just 20%. Just 16.6%.
It says, "Your gold and silver is cankered,
Your money.
and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud."
And yeah, you did keep the people back by fraud. And how did you do that? You tell them to go to school. They come out of school, they go to get a basic job that's undergrad. What they went to school for, and what's the first thing they say? Oh, you have too much debt. Can't hire you here. Too much debt. Your credit report shows it.
It says, "And the cries of them which have reaped."
Right. So when them people got turned down at them basic jobs to feed their family that ain't even a career on what they got their degree in, they went home crying.
Because they're overqualified.
Yeah, overqualified, underpaid, and even when they try to get jobs that's in the higher rank, they tell them they have too much qualification. Or you have someone there who have less qualification than them, don't want to hire them, fearing that what? They're going to take their job.
Right. It says, "Are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth." Right, the Lord of armies, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, it says, "Ye have lived in pleasure on earth and been wanton."
And right, that's why this guy can take 60 trips from India, Japan, South Korea, U.S., China, Hong Kong. How many of y'all college kids been out of the United States? And I'm talking about without being in the army.
Right.
Right, figure that out.
Or without having inherited money passed down to you. It says, "Ye have nourished your hearts as in the day of slaughter." Right? You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you.
Right, and you did condemn us. How you do it? The way you go about doing your admissions to your schools, setting up the point system,
Yeah.
and we ain't even resisting y'all.
So, all right, the next clip.
You'd imagine, at a time when university bosses are up against it, facing the biggest funding crisis in their history, that theirs would be a full-time job. But I've discovered that some vice chancellors have time for a second job, some for a third job, and some for even more. This is Nancy Rothwell, Vice Chancellor of Manchester University. I've discovered that the university isn't her only job. She's also a director of drugs company AstraZeneca, which pays her £92,000 a year. But how much time does that directorship take up? At a time when Manchester is facing a cut in funding of 4.82 million, does she really have time for this second job? In Manchester, she also has a Grace in Favour home. So that's 2 jobs and a home.
Manchester's Board of Governors told us Nancy Rothwell already held her directorship with AstraZeneca when she applied for the Vice-Chancellor's job, and that it enhances her ability to carry out her role.
If people are getting paid decent salaries, they should be concentrating on doing that job. It's the same argument here in Westminster, where people claim that they can be better MPs by spending half the day in the offices in a central London bank or working in the law courts. Well, that's absolute rubbish. The reality is that if you're paid to do a job, you should be doing it.
Dame Nancy Rothwell isn't alone. Other Vice-Chancellors have second jobs too. The Vice-Chancellor of Leeds, Michael Arthur, takes extra money from the publicly funded Medical Research Council and is on the Academic Advisory Board of commercial outfit hothouses, for which he gets paid a retainer. This on top of his £319,000 salary. We asked Leeds University how much he gets paid as a retainer, but got nowhere.
Leeds University said the hothouses' commitment is minimal. They said the Vice-Chancellor hasn't taken a pay rise in the last 2 years.
Meanwhile, the Vice-Chancellor at Queen's Belfast, Peter Gregson, takes home over £252,000, but still manages to squeeze in a £55,000 directorship with Rolls-Royce.
Queens say Peter Gregson is expected to play a full leadership role within the university, Northern Ireland, and on the national and international stage, and that this was reflected in his approved external appointments.
And Richard Barnett at the University of Ulster is paid £251,000 and has an £11,500 non-executive directorship at Bombardier Shorts Aerospace.
The University of Ulster says its council approved the role as it considers it enhances the university's profile and influence in Northern Ireland business.
And what's more, the body that oversees university pensions, the university's superannuation scheme, includes on its board 2 top-earning university bosses. Professor Glynis Breakwell from Bath and Professor David Eastwood from Birmingham are paid extra to help set their own pensions.
Bath University told us Professor Breakwell's external appointments are agreed with the chair of the University Council. Birmingham University told us that it benefits from Professor Eastwood's profile and influence in the university sector, and his role on USS is part of that.
Just like for MPs, second jobs are a nice extra earner for many Vice-Chancellors. Here in Greenwich, the Vice-Chancellor is Baroness Tessa Blackstone. She's a very busy lady. She sits in the House of Lords, where she voted 55% of the time. She's chair of the British Library. And she's also the chair of the Great Ormond Street Hospital Trust. That's 4 public positions, all paid for by the taxpayer. For the time she has left to run Greenwich University, she's paid over £206,000, plus nearly £29,000 in pension contributions.
Greenwich University told us Baroness Blackstone attends the Lords principally in the evenings, but didn't give further details when asked.
All right, so what you got is basically a den of robbers, man. They hoarding all the money. They have this big job at the university, and they also have side jobs, just like they showed you at Rolls-Royce, $55,000 a year.
Which let us college kids tell it, we just trying to get the career that we want. That's it. We don't want nothing more than that.
See? But they living deliciously, man, just like the scriptures say.
That's why this is oppression.
Yeah.
And to them, this is love.
Right. It's like it. Let's see. Okay, Obadiah. Chapter 1. Okay. Okay. Obadiah 1, I start at the verse 2. It says, Behold, Obadiah 1 and 2. It says, Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. It says that the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. It's talking about Esau. It says, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that said in his heart, Who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, said the Lord, which is happening, has been happening since the 70s, as soon as the truth came. It says, If thieves come to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off?
And see, this is the spirit of the Edomite, which are white people, because a lot of y'all ask yourself, like, why is they stealing so much? The scripture's finna prove why they steal so much. This is the spirit of the Edomite. You got to get it out the Bible, bro. King James.
It says, If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough?
Right. These Edomites, they done stole the whole world 10 times over, and they still let everybody energy, life force from them.
Right. It says, If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Right. Even robbers who, king robbers, they'll leave you something.
It says, How are the things of Esau searched out?
Right. Through the brothers who do this work, the elect. Let's answer your own question. Under the power and authority of Yahweh Shah, down to his man that pushed this truth. That's how I searched that.
It says, How are his hidden things sought up?
Well,
So yeah, that's
to the one.
one and two to 6.
It's Psalms 73 and 1. Or 73, is it 1 through 13?
Yeah.
Okay. Psalm 73, 1 through 13. Truly God is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well high slipped.
Right.
For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked.
Right. So we see Esau and his prosperity in this world.
Right. We want to go to school.
Right. We want the money.
He didn't get that car. Right. Oh, he went to college. He's a lawyer.
Right.
Man, how your mom get to take you all over? Oh, she's a doctor. I don't know, a physician, right. Whatever. For there are no bands in their depth, but their strength is firm. They money and they arm. Right. That's why they got all that. And this they have.
Right.
They are not in trouble as other men, right? Because they can get a felony, they can get a drug charge, they get took off their record for some reason. Right. Neither are they plagued like other men, right? They ain't in the ghetto. Right. They ain't getting bombs dropped on their head in their own country like the Arabs. They ain't getting the UN bringing bad food through Monsanto. How you say it?
Monsanto.
Yeah, Monsanto. I can't say that. Through the Africans. Right. Hamites. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compass them about as a chain. Violence covered them as a garment. Right. Right. Don't pay your student loan. They get all into your money. You get arrested.
Exactly.
Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Warren Buffett. Right. One devil. They are corrupt and speak wickedly. Concerning oppression, they speak lawfully. See that? Oh, you guys, what are you talking about? We wouldn't do that. Everybody make their own decisions in life. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Yeah, everything this white man say is exalted up to heaven. Therefore, his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are run out to them. And they say, how does God know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches.
Exactly.
See that? So y'all want to be a part of that? Who want to be a part of that? Which one of these real life tribes want to be a part of the ungodly? Okay, now do you understand why these crackers prosper, these Edomites, these devils, these wicked ones? Now you see why they prosper in this world? Psalms 73 and 1 to 19 is telling you why they get and do the things they do.
Right.
That's why I started off telling you I was envious at the foolish. See, they foolish.
Right.
But anyways, 73 and 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world, they increase in riches. Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocence. That's what we doing.
Right.
For okay. Now one more. It's Proverbs 28 and 13. He that covereth his sin shall not prosper, but whoso confess and forsake them shall have mercy.
Well, yeah, exactly. Esau with the spirit of Cain. All right. You slay his brother and as if he did nothing, act as if he did nothing. All right. It's the same with this whole college system, man. The same spirit of wickedness.
Happy is the man that feareth always, but he that hardeneth his heart shall fall into mischief.
That's right.
Right, that's all you niggas who don't want to keep doing this truth. You want to jump out and do whatever you want to do. Well, you out of here. I got one more. This Titus 2 and 12, teaching us that denying ungodliness and worldly lust, we shall live soberly, righteousness, and godly in this present world.
That's right, man.
That's what we was told to do.
Yeah, living soberly, man. Just basically just working our day-to-day jobs, man, without wanting that. I mean, brothers, want to be well off. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to struggle, but that's a basically that's a dream in this society.
Yeah, cause I mean, you in hell,
Mm-hmm.
and it's being evident more and more the closer we get.
Right, right.
So those of us in the truth, we already know we ain't got nothing coming.
Right.
Read Luke 11 and 1
Exactly.
to 5. That's all your ass got coming. Daily bread. If your ass got enough to eat, that's all you need. Make peanut butter jelly sandwich. Shit.
That's what we do.
Because that's
Right.
what I'm supposed to do. For the last couple of days, I've been noticing. At first, I used to mock and laugh as I rock. Because now I'm having to actually do them, and it's by force.
Exactly. Right. And some brothers eat once a day.
Yeah, that's what I was down to.
Right.
And shit, and I've been down like that for the last couple about a month now. And shit, I'm bouncing back. But guess what? I know I can eat once a day and keep moving if I have to.
Exactly.
With no problem.
Yeah. True that.
Meaning I can share food. I can give shit away now. I know I can keep moving.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Right. Yeah, one more. Yeah, just no. That's good.
Got one more for y'all.
Okay. This is Job 12 and 6. It says the tabernacles of robbers prosper.
See that? The house of robbers prosper.
Right.
This white man whole system
Exactly.
is a set up extortion system.
Yeah.
But why do it prosper and why do he prosper? And why do some of y'all get to prosper? Because it's an illusion.
Exactly.
That's why.
Yeah. It says, and they that provoke the Most High are secure.
See that? And they provoke the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, with all these food systems.
It says, into whose hand the Most High bringeth abundantly. Right, so the Most High gave them their riches, and they still provoking them. Right?
Yeah. That leads right back to Psalm 73, the old chapter.
That's right. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
But it's Brian Cantor from York University who really takes the biscuit. His university is helping him run his own private chalet rental service. I've asked a friend, Anatoly, to join me on a weekend break in France, to live it up like a vice-chancellor. We brought you here students' houses. And Professor Cantor is charging over £1,100 for the week. But at the start of our trip, we're feeling the cold. There was a problem with the heating. After difficulties with the agent, we called a number that was listed on the booking website. It belongs to the University of York. I mean, one of the issues we were having was the heating. In the place. It's kind of difficult to find out about. So, I mean, if you could give us Brian's number, well, we could get him today. Yeah, if you could ask him to give us a ring, that'd be wonderful. Well, thank you very much for your time. Bye-bye. So she's just been speaking to me on York University time. His private secretary at York hiring out his chalet for him.
Outrageous. How can the university even allow that? How can he merge his private life with what he should be doing in university time?
There was a good 10 minutes I spent on the phone there. We asked Professor Cantor why he...
Right, so there you go. Esau being convenient and comfortable, all right? Using the university funds to do his bidding at home or wherever. Okay. You got anything? No. Oh. Yeah. Something about it.
I know what it's going to say.
Yeah.
That's what you just
Yeah, so he's all living in comfort, man. He's living lavish in these last days. He ain't in trouble as other men, like the scripture said. Okay.
I've discovered that one way university vice-chancellors can demonstrate that they're worth their massive paychecks is by recruiting new students. Pete here is British, and for the past 5 years, fees for students like him have been capped at £3,000 a year. Carly is from outside the EU, and universities from the UK can charge students like her whatever they like. It's hardly surprising then that there's been a massive push to recruit lucrative students from overseas. Britain is the second biggest player in the global student market, behind the United States. Students from outside the EU currently make up over 11% of all higher education enrolments here. They make up over 27% of postgraduate students, and it's estimated that they contribute more than £5 billion to the UK economy.
All right, so there you go with the lease, basically getting these other students out of the district, using them to basically boost their profit.
world market to work with. So it's Ezekiel 34:4. The disease have ye have not strengthened, neither have you healed that which was sick, neither have you bind up that which was broken, neither
Yeah, because the sick is those that don't have the truth or wisdom or knowledge on how to sustain themselves, and that's what the universities have failed to do. The fundamental aspect of life, understanding.
neither have ye brought again that which was driven away, neither have you sought that which was lost, but with force and with cruelty have you ruled them. Right, that's exactly right. Neither have you done what now? Our nationality, our truth, our laws, statutes, and our commandments that help govern us in this world. Okay, now that was good.
Yeah, we just read that scripture again for the next clip.
Yeah, because they just said,
Right. And that's what the thing with Esau. All he want to do is profit, and that's his only rule: profit and forget all morality. All right, that's what you have with these Edomites.
Job 26.
20.
All right, this Job 20:4. Knowing thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the trumpeting of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Right. So their joy is only for a moment. Them reaping all the benefits of others' labors and cash and stuff like that is only for a moment. I think verse 20 jump to 27.
Maybe Job 27.
No, 24, 27.
Job
20,
20,
20, 27.
Job 20:27. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him.
That's right. That's the truth, man.
All this archaeology and all these documentaries and documents that we're doing with the documentaries. The heavens shall reveal his iniquities, and right, that's how we know who he is and what scriptures to use. And the earth shall rise up against him. That the increase of his house shall depart, and his good shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of the wicked man from God, and the heritage appointed unto him by God.
That's right. That's his heritage, man, to be destroyed. The Lord said, I've created the wicked for the day of evil. All right. So even though they're prospering right now, and we might get down about how down in the dust we are and how poor we are compared to them, but the Most High just said, basically just told you. All right. Take the 21.
Y'all took this one.
Oh.
This is the portion I had to beat that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is their inheritance.
Right.
So they was given the heritage of this earth, and now they're at the end of it. All right, this Genesis 27 and 29. And Isaac, his father, asked him and said, I'm going to start at 38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing my father, bless me, even me also, or my father? And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac's father asked him and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, white man's world.
That's right.
And the dew of heaven from above. On the space, everything. And by thy sword shalt thou live.
That's right. His army, his military, his navy. All right. And in the scriptures clearly showing you what Esau is actually doing to this day right now. All right. So yeah, that's what I said.
The ramifications of the way some recruiters and agents aggressively market to foreign students. But what does all this mean for higher education as a whole? Geoffrey Alderman is the former head of standards at the University of London.
I think undoubtedly, over British higher education as a whole, there has been a dumbing down of standards. Partly as a result of the league table culture, partly as a result of the need for universities to subsidise their British students by taking international students at fees where virtually the sky is the limit, and partly because the higher managements of universities and the vice-chancellor's offices don't see themselves so much as academic leaders, but as managers of taxpayers' money.
So, how do the managers of universities see overseas students?
They're cash cows, aren't they?
Of course, not every university sees students in that way. But how do we work out which universities do and don't? Students like these here today are being treated more and more like customers. And when customers are unhappy, they complain. And that's exactly what's happening here.
Right. And she said, not every college is like that, but we all know a little 11 don't lump. So.
Exactly. And then the bitch line, because that's called disinformation.
Right.
That's disinformation. Talking about which one. I'm like, see, the devil. That's
right.
the devil.
Yeah.
Always going to be the devil. Okay. Job 24 and Job 24:9. They pluck the fatherless from the breast and take a pledge of the poor.
That's right.
All of them programs.
Yeah.
Taking the kids from the house, and what they making you pledge to the poor through contracts.
Yeah.
Sign on dotted line, you know, there's 33.9% interest on every loan that you slip into default. Okay? And the interest gonna accrue. You gotta pay the interest down first, then we'll actually get into the loan. That take you 3-4 years before you even know you can pay. Then you took your taxes and garnished your wages for the last 2-3 years. You find out you ain't even started on the loan. That was just the interest.
Right. Yeah. I got Deuteronomy 15 and 11.
Okay.
This is Deuteronomy 15 and 11. It says, "For the poor shall never cease out of the land. Therefore I command thee, saying, Thou shalt open thine hand wide unto thy brother, to thy poor."
See that? This was a commandment given to Esau. Well, yeah, it was given to Esau because we the poor, we in their land, and they swear up under this Bible they was going to uphold this under the Constitution. So you get so you stuck with these laws.
And then the Hebrews at that. So,
Exactly. Edomite Hebrew.
yeah.
That's
So
what they
they still
do.
got to follow. Right. They still got to follow. It says, "And if thy, Slakia," it says, "into thy needy in thy land." Right. So, Job 20:19.
Job 20 and 19. Because he hath oppressed and has forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away a house which he buildeth not. Hey, all those lands that you see these nice big colleges on, that's stolen property.
A part of gentrification also. All right, this is Ezekiel 34 and 4. It says, the deceased have ye not strengthened, neither have ye healed that which was sick, neither have ye bound up that which was broken, neither have ye brought again that which was driven away.
Let's talk about Israelites. The Israelites was driven away. You knew it because the game goes back our laws, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
You see, we was broken. You gonna try to heal us, not knowing we got them curses on us. What you do? You pray day and night against us.
Right. It says, neither have ye sought that which was lost, but with force and with cruelty have ye ruled them.
Ghettos,
Yeah.
Reservation,
Yeah.
detention centers,
Prisons.
crossing the borders, prison systems, electric chairs, brutality by police. So the women, they get more mental oppression. Basically, whenever you got a social worker coming over your house telling you what to do and who to have at your house, when to have, and how many people to have over at your house, that's oppression.
That's right.
And you notice they be on there forever.
Yeah.
Man, doesn't matter as old as you get, this white woman still coming over in her 20s telling you what to do.
Right. It's crazy. But let them tell you it's a service.
Right.
Right. But they acting like this. It's an authority, man. I mean, but it's an actual authority. It says, "But with force and with cruelty have you ruled them, and they were scattered because there is no shepherd, and they became meat to all the beasts of the field."
All other nations, and all the nations did eat off of us. White man took us to the school system, and then he supplanted Elam, Ishmaelite, and Hamites in our neighborhoods to sell us what? Microwave braids, bad food, blunts, sugar, sodas, chips, candy. And you notice that's all in them.
Yeah, exactly.
Chips, candy, that's all that's in there.
No nutritious food.
Yeah.
They feeding us junk in these neighborhoods, man. It says when they were scattered.
Yeah, and the chicken chunks with all the fried grease.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
I got one. It's Isaiah 27 and 10. Yet the defense city shall be desolate, which is America, and the habitation forsaken, and left like a wilderness. Therefore shall the calf feed, and there shall he lie down and consume the branches thereof. When they brought thereof are when their bows thereof are withered, they shall be broken off. The woman come and set them on fire. For it is a people of no understanding. Therefore he has made them shall have no have shall he that made them will not have mercy on them, and he that formed them will show them no favor. So Yahushua made these people and people in the world, especially Americans, since this Babylon agrees, are people with no understanding.
Right.
Even our people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it comes out.
Limit visas to overseas students. But for some universities, rich overseas students who could pay over the top were becoming a valuable commodity at universities as they sought to balance the books. At the London School of Economics, 2/3 of students are from overseas, many able to pay top rates. 8 years ago, one of those overseas students was the son of Libyan leader Colonel Gaddafi. Saif Gaddafi was awarded a PhD in 2008. A year later, the Gaddafi Foundation donated £1.5 million to the university.
I think it does illustrate what happens when a university, in some sense, betrays its core values and goes after money. But in this case, they went after the wrong money. I don't want to be rude to LSE, but you have to go to an LSE seminar, which I sometimes do, and you'll be surprised how many students there don't speak English. Some of these places are finishing schools, they're for the rich of the world. And they're no longer, I think, applying what I call rigorous admission standards, because they're effectively selling a university degree to the highest bidder.
Do you have any evidence about that?
I have no evidence for that at all.
Selling a university degree?
Well, you're selling a university degree. That's what they're doing. They sold a university degree to Gaddafi's son for £1 million. I mean, these are the problems you get into if you have unlimited fee structures for one group of students, but very restrictive fee structures for other students.
LSE Director Sir Howard Davies, on a salary of £285,000, resigned after the donation came to light.
The LSE has launched an independent inquiry to see if there was anything improper about the donation and the PhD awarded to Saif Gaddafi. It is also committed to establishing appropriate guidelines for future donations.
Papers Dispatches has obtained reveal that not only was Gaddafi's son awarded a degree a year before the Gaddafi International Charity and Development Foundation agreed to hand over the cash, but the LSE consulted American financier George Soros, who recommended its acceptance. Soros, also a former LSE pupil, now admits his judgment was a mistake. Do you think it's right?
Okay, right. So, and then, this is nothing but a pretense for for the Babylon Jews, which was created by the westernized society, right? It's always been about profits over everything else, and no sense of morality. That's how politics is set up. That's how the school system is set up.
Because they teach capitalism.
That's right.
It's hard to have morals when you're always trying to fucking capitalize.
Right, exactly. That means you got to overlook the poor. You're not looking out for your brother.
Using your smarts.
Yeah. Being covetous, but you Bible Belt Christians and all you black Christians, whatever title you may be, y'all all for capitalism. Y'all all for the demoralized Babylon Jews, which the Most High clearly showing you in the scriptures and clearly matching it up with Esau, the so-called white people.
Yeah, that's not something you want to be getting yourself involved in and sending your kids after, especially after this scripture.
Right.
Well,
Let me just read this Job. Right, exactly. Is that Job 20 and Slack? Job 20 and 19. It says, because he hath oppressed and hath forsaken the poor, because he hath violently taken away an house which he builded not, surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired. Yeah, that's Esau getting his punishment, man. And all the riches and all the things that he acquired, that's not gonna basically sustain him or give him any comfort.
So using these as another venture for the rich to make money off rich and get their friends a part of little money schemes. That's gonna be the death for you. This
Yeah.
oh,
Back up. Oh, Habakkuk 2 and 9, it says, woe to him that coveteth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Because that's what you Edomites think y'all gonna do basically is exempt yourself from judgment, which is
why
not
y'all
gonna happen.
deal with portfolios and spreading our money around through all these different ventures and having all these offshore bank accounts.
International, right? And it all goes back to that globalization, man. in the new world with this whole
That's why
globalized
we keeping you Jakes, you blacks, blacks, and Native American
up to date.
Israelites, up to date with these lessons, these documentaries.
It says, "Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people."
Exactly. Y'all cut off a lot of people with that school system.
That's right. It says, "And has sinned against thy soul." Right, man. That's what y'all done. You Edomites, man. You sin against your soul with this whole covetousness, uh,
American
craving.
dreams.
Right, exactly.
Made a dream from it be a nightmare.
Right.
This Zephaniah 1 and 9. In the same day also will I punish all those that leap on the threshold, which fill their masters' houses with violence and deceit. That's your stock markets. And it shall come to pass in that day, said the Lord, that there shall be the noise of a cry from the fish gate, and the howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills.
Right. That's your economy, man. That's your import, export. All of that's gonna stop. Everything's gonna come to a complete halt.
Right. Here goes some history. How ye inhabitants of Meshech,
Mektesh, yeah.
Metesh, for all the merchant people are cut down, all they that bear silver are cut off. That's what's going to start the rich rise and the civil war. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles. That's what these lessons going out for, and punish the men that are settled on their leaves, like Jesse Jackson,
Okay.
that say in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil. Because when y'all go show y'all grandparents or y'all uncles, y'all older uncles, which happen to be Jesse Jackson, these lessons, saying, no, these guys isn't doing right. They're going to say, oh man, Lord ain't going to do evil or good.
Yeah.
Therefore their good shall become a booty, and their houses a desolation. They shall also build houses, but not inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyard, but not drink the wine thereof. So yeah, so all of this building up you see, and all this planning, everybody doing, it's gonna come to an end. Uh, the great day of the Lord is near; it is near, and hates greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wastiness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced city.
And you know what? This is not symbolic. This is literal. All right. It's like,
And against the high tower, and I will bring distress upon man. See that? For all you men who talk about fuck this, he coming for you. And he say I'm bringing it upon the women. See, when all that money fall, because guess who actually running the society?
right.
Man.
Yeah.
This proves that men run this society. He ain't say man. No, the man gonna have to step up.
Yeah.
And I will bring distress upon man,
Right.
that they shall walk like blind men. Right? Because if you have the truth, you ain't gonna be blind.
Right.
Because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver, because a lot of y'all got big bank accounts though. So that's why you can't pay. Why you think when we outside we say that number one thing? You notice ain't no collection plate out here, right? Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. Just in case some of y'all think, this don't pertain to me. For he shall make even a speedy remnants
Oh, riddance.
of all them that dwell in the land.
That means, yeah, gonna get rid of y'all.
So all this popping off at the mouth, you finna get rid of y'all. Allah Shah, you finna get rid of y'all.
Yes, that's right.
That's it.
And that concludes the documentary. So with that, how about Shemiel Shah Barakatah, to the double honors to the elders, and
All the other brothers
yeah,
all
salute.
over the world that's actually participating and doing this too. So,
That's right. Doing his work.
all right.
All right. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.